Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and this is one I'm very excited for because I've heard a lot of good things about this one, and it's a collaboration between two fairly quite popular breweries, and I actually got this in the McKellar Beer Club box for October, and although I can usually get the beers from this brewery quite regularly, I could not find this beer at all, and I'd heard so many good things about it. So when I heard that it was going to be part of the McKellar Beer Club box, I was like, fantastic. And yeah, so I'm going to put my referral link down below if anyone's interested, just in case. And yeah, got slightly greasy hair today, just come off a mammoth weekend, and still got a few days off, so I'm being scuzzy as hell. But yeah, I'm really in the mood for a beer. So today we're going back over to the Burnt Mill Brewery, and this is a collaboration they did with Finback out of New York, I believe. And this is the Swimming Giants Double IPA. And yeah, so brewed in collaboration with our pals from Finback Brewery, New York. Pills, super pale, flaked maize, and wheat make up the grist. We well pulled with Citra, Idaho 7, fermented with London fog yeast, and then extensively dried hop with Denali, Idaho 7, and Nelson Southern. And this is double IPA in a 440ml can, clock it in at 8% ABV. And yeah, got the box today. And I was actually just probably going to have like a couple of lagers this evening after a somewhat heavy weekend. But Peter from Master of Hoppets in the McKellar Facebook group persuaded me to get this drunk as soon as possible. So as soon as I got that message, I put it in the fridge. And yeah, it's not super chilled or anything like that, so hopefully the flavours aren't impaired. But I've been hearing a lot of good things about this, and it's quite ironic, isn't it, that I have to get this beer through Denmark to be able to drink it. I think I was just a bit late to it when it was initially released. So do we have any dates on this one? So packaged on the 7th of the 9th 2018, and best before date is the 7th of the 1st 2019. So it's just about a month old, so I can't imagine it's faded too much, especially from some of the reviews that I've seen over the past few days. So yeah, anyway, if I get a bit distracted, I've got GTA Online in the background, and you might hear a slight buzz from the Xbox One. But I'm just making sure I don't get assassinated by an opportunistic, I know that's not a proper word, 10-year-old. But anyway, so let's get this beer open and see what we get. Yeah, I've had a few beers from Burnt Mill at this point, and I've really enjoyed what I've had so far. And oh my word, look at that. So here we go. But it's the first time I've had anything from Finback, which I'm looking forward to giving a try, because I've heard a lot of good things about those guys as well. But yeah, beer in a glass, and did someone ask for mango juice? That just looks absolutely fantastic, doesn't it? That is just opaque. It's a solid block of a lovely, slightly dark orangey yellow. It just looks like you could like pull chunks of this beer out of the glass. And the beer poured with about one finger's worth of a white head. But yeah, that looks absolutely stellar on camera. And it certainly looks good in person as well. So let's see what we get on the nose. That's probably one of the legitimately fruitiest smelling IPAs that hasn't had any inclusion of fruits. You're getting a whole plethora of fruits in this. Of course, you're getting some citric sort of fruits with lemon, lime, orange, blood orange, tangerine, grapefruit. Then you're getting this big mango, passion fruit sort of aroma. And then there's these lovely sort of vibrant raspberry, blueberry sort of tones coming through. It's like a fruit salad. It really, really is. But yeah, it's a really aromatic beer, but it's not like a potent. It's not like ripping your nostrils apart. It's just like you've just got a fruit salad and you've put your hand in there and squished and you've just squeezed it in your mouth like a madman. It just smells so nice. It really, really does. There's a really nice sweetness with this one as well. So I think we're off to a really good start, so let's give it a taste. Cheers. That is absolutely magnificent. It is so bold in texture. The body is just so satisfying. It's chewy, it's creamy. It's like squished fruits. What am I looking for? What word am I looking for there? It's like squash. Or like a smoothie. It really is like a smoothie. So bold. So fruity. And the thing that just tops this beer off is the fact that as sweet and as fruity as it is, on the back end you get this absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous hoppy bitterness. It's so nice to have a beer like this with an actual hoppy back end and an actual bitterness there. It just adds so much character to the beer itself. It's an absolute monster of a beer. You know, I've been guilty of saying I've been a little bit burnt out from the hazy juice bombs. Mainly because they get a little bit too sweet after a while. So when you get one that has that lovely chunky body to it, loads of fruity, gentle, sweet flavours, but then finishes with a really nice and strong bitterness on the back end, you know. It's one of those beers that would restore your faith in this style of beer. It's just absolutely terrific. And you know it's an 8% beer as well. So as easy drinking as it is, you still know that it's a heavy 8% ABV beer. It's like there's peach yogurt in there, there's all sorts of, I said it's all about those fruits. It's so amazing how that combination of yeast and hops can create these beautiful, genuine fruity flavours. And then of course from the malt build and the additional added grains can just produce this really thick and creamy body. It's amazing. It's an absolute stonker of a beer. It really, really is. And I get the impression actually that if I was to have this quite a bit fresher, it could be a little bit green, because there is a very gentle hop burn on the back end, but just enough to let you know it's there, if that makes any sort of sense. It's absolutely fantastic. It really, really is. And, you know, I had a few fucking hot bombs from America when I was at Indie Man, and some more domestic double IPAs and pale ales and stuff. But this, to me, I want more cans of this. So if there's any left in any of your local stores, by the time you're seeing this video, by the time I get it uploaded, pick yourself up a can, because it's going to take a hell of a lot for these hops to fade in this sort of beer. And I think even as the beer gets a little bit older, it's going to be a little bit more gentler and a little bit more smooth. Not that there's any harshness, because this is just, to me, like the optimum that you want to have a New England hazy double IPA. But even if, you know, you were to have this a month further down the line, you're still going to get an absolutely wonderful beer, and it is legitimately one of the best beers of its kind that I've had this year. It's just, words can't... It's amazing how beer can make you feel like this, do you know what I mean? Not in that, like, oh, I'm getting the buzz of the beer, I feel great, but just, like, taking a sip. Not even looking for that buzz. And it's one of the most satisfying things ever. And I'm going to drink this way too quickly. I know I am. But god damn it, it's good. Peter, if you're watching this, I'm very happy that you persuaded me to drink this tonight. Not that it took me much. It was like just one comment. I was like, well, I'm going to drink that tonight then. And Rob from Hop Scene, I think, can attest to that as well, because he said that this was a fantastic beer. And it certainly bloody well is. So if you ever get the opportunity to try it, do what you can to give it a go. You know, this to me is up there with the likes of... what was it called from Northern Monk, the Patrons Project, which was just like another mega hazy IPA. I was going to say Quantum of Solace then. You know what I'm talking about. It had the girl's face on there. I mean, that to me is like the benchmark, but this could rival that beer. Infinity Vortex, that's what I'm thinking of. It's up there with that beer, and that for me is like... There's not a lot in it, actually. And the only way I'd be able to do it, and I wish I could, was if I was able to have them side by side. What a wonderful world that would be. But, yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is a 10 out of 10. I was getting a bit burnt out by this style. Not going to lie. But it's that hoppy bitterness mixing with everything else that just makes this an absolute monster and a contender for one of the best beers of the year. Hands down. Burnt Mill, Finback have done an absolutely wonderful job. Another great beer from Burnt Mill, who I don't think they get the appreciation they deserve. It's just getting better and better the more I'm drinking it. So I'm going to put it down because I need to get a thumbnail, which is very important. But yeah, if you've tried this one, then let me know your thoughts, opinions. If you've tried anything else from Finback Brewery, recommendations and thoughts, always welcome. Check out both breweries. Of course, check out McKellar as well. And check out my link to get yourself a nice little discount on your own beer mail or beer club box. And yeah. Absolutely wonderful beer, and highly recommended. If any of my friends and fellow beer tubers have reviewed this one, I'll put their links down below. And yeah, fantastic stuff. So thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll join me next time for another beer review. Cheers, and see you guys later.